A few months ago, I went away for a girls' weekend and I shared it on here and I talked about how my husband had the kids and I didn't really have to do anything to prep him because he's got it. He knows what he's doing. And for context, this girls' weekend was with a group of moms that I have made friends with through daycare. And so our husbands are friends, we're all friends, and we went away for the weekend. And we put a lot of time and effort into coordinating this. We booked it months in advance, we planned ahead, we made sure it worked with our husbands and with work and with kids and all the things. And so we went away for 2.5 days, okay? And what I found so interesting was on this video, some of the top comments were, well, does your husband get to go away for a guy's weekend now? And I found this so interesting because first and foremost, my response was, yeah, sure, if he plans one, which I think if you are married to a man, then you know that men are notorious for not planning things with their friends, right? Like we talk about a male loneliness epidemic all the time. And I know that a lot of men just don't plan anything. I talk to so many women and they're like, my husband wants to spend time with friends, but he doesn't text them. He doesn't call them. He doesn't go out with them. Like they don't go to dinner. We as women, like we're always trying to find ways to spend time together and to see our friends. And we put in the time and the effort to do that. And so my response was like, sure, if he plans a guy's weekend, he is more than happy to go. But I think the sentiment was more around this idea that I owed him. Right, I owed him a weekend away because he gave me a weekend away. And first and foremost, that's not how our relationship works. We don't kind of go tit for tat on who gets to go away for a night or a weekend or travels for work or whatever it is. We try to do it in a fair way and make sure everybody has time for what they want to do. But like, it's not, I went away for a girl's weekend and now he gets to like get back at me with a boy's weekend. And so I found it so funny because I felt like the sentiment was that I owed him. But we don't do this to men, right? Men go golfing a lot. A lot of men golf every single week, if not every single weekend. And you don't see people in their comments saying, did you go home and give your wife 6 hours off? Did you give your wife the same amount of time? People don't assume that men owe that back to their partners. But as a mom and a wife, people think that I owe my husband for giving me that time away from being a mother and a wife and managing this home and all of that. And so I just want to remind people that just because a woman spends time away from her family, it doesn't mean she owes her partner something. We all deserve time to be people outside of marriage and motherhood and our jobs. We deserve time to see our friends. And ultimately, if men want time with their friends, they can plan that time, but their wife doesn't owe them something because they spent time watching their own children for 2.5 days. Like that's a very normal occurrence, and both people should have the ability to spend that time away from the home with the support of their partner. But yeah, anyways, I just think it was so interesting. That was like a top comment was, well, are you going to let him do it now?